this video, we will learn about the malwares and the types of malwares. A malware is a software that's intentionally designed in order to cause damage to a computer server or network. A malware is a set of instructions that run on a victim or the target computer to make the computer do whatever the attacker wants it to do. There are different types of malwares, such as the rootkit, adware, spyware, ransomware, backdoor, worms, virus, trojans, and logic bomb. We'll discuss what each one of these malwares are and what they are used for. To begin with, worms. Worms are self-replicating lines of code designed to penetrate the computer systems and to crash them by consuming computer resources. They replicate by themselves, and the goal of the worms is to simply consume the available computer resources and making the target computer systems crash. Viruses are malicious code that replicate itself by attaching itself to an executable code. However, unlike worms, viruses contain a set of instructions. They usually replicate itself to infect more computers and systems and carry out the set of instructions. Trojans. Trojans are a type of malware that pretend to be a harmless program, but when this program is run, it executes malicious commands. It could be as simple as an online video downloader, and the victim can install the target. He thinks that, okay, I'm gonna be able to download videos from the web, it's going to be easier. But then, if the source isn't legitimate, if it indeed is a Trojan, after the victim installs this Trojan, the attacker will be able to take control of the victim's computer. Spyware. Spyware is a software that is used to spy on individuals or organizations for capturing information. The goal of the spyware is to collect information by not getting caught. It's to gather information. Adware. Adware is a type of malware which bombards the victim with pop-ups. If a victim were to install the adware on their device, this adware constantly bombards them with ads. Rootkit. A rootkit is a malicious software designed to gain control of the device or the network. Rootkits reside in the boot section of the operating system. Rootkits are hard to identify. A rootkit, it's a type of malware that's highly adept at hiding itself from a computer system. It's really good at hiding itself. Hence, what distinguishes rootkits from other types of malware is their heightened ability to conceal themselves or hide themselves to bypass the computer security measures in place. In effect, the idea of installing a malware that won't be caught by the existing computer security measures to create a malware that won't get caught easily. That's the main idea behind the creation of rootkits. Backdoor. It's a software that allows hackers remote access to hack into devices or networks. After gaining access to a network, hackers install the backdoors onto the target organization to gain access to the network at their convenience whenever they want to, instead of having to hack the system or the network again. A backdoor, it grants them an easy access whenever they want. Originally, backdoors were developed for remote tech support purposes. But these days, in most cases, backdoors are installed either by cyber criminals or intrusive governments to help them gain access to a device, a network, or a software application. Any malware that provides hackers access to your device, it can be considered as a backdoor. This includes rootkits, trojans, spyware, cryptojackers, keyloggers, worms, and even ransomware. As long as it grants access to the attacker, the ability to access your device, it can be considered as a backdoor. Logic bomb. Logic bombs infect a system and lie dormant until they are triggered. Logic bombs are hard to detect. They won't detonate until a certain virtual conditions are met. A logic bomb is a string of malicious code inserted intentionally into a program to cause damage to a network, only when certain conditions are met. The term comes from the idea that the code explodes when triggered by a specific event, such as a certain date or time, the deletion of a particular record, such as an employee record, from the system, or the launch of the infected system software application. It often remains undetected until it executes its main function to launch a payload, that is to explode, and it could range from deleting the records or corrupting the hard drives. The set of conditions able to set this logic bomb off is virtually unlimited, and the degree of destruction caused by a logic bomb can vary greatly depending on why the logic bomb has been inserted into the computer. A logic bomb is sneaky because its code lies dormant until a trigger occurs. Until a certain conditions are met, a logic bomb is extremely hard to detect. And since it's extremely hard to detect, one simply can't know when the logic bomb has been placed and who placed it. So it usually remains undetectable, and it becomes extremely difficult to trace or mitigate in the first place. Ransomware. A ransomware is a type of malware from cryptovirology that threatens to publish the victim's personal data or simply block access to it unless the victim pays the ransom. WannaCry is a notorious ransomware that you need to look into if you want to gain a greater idea about what a ransomware is. The following are some popular malware attacks that you need to know. As a learning exercise, please do take the time to look into them.